So Mars and Jupiter are off to God knows where, and I'm sure the internet is full of fan art about what really went on afterwards. Well, you know what? It's Mars we're talking about, so I could totally buy it. And yeah, he spent the entire game sucking up to Cyrus, and now he's an immature, overthinking buffoon. Yeah, hooray for consistency. That guy's a complete ass. But, okay, firmly in reality. Basically, what he's trying to do with Team Galactic is turn it into a second-rate clone of Team Rocket, which he's trying to use just for money. So, yeah, that was the plan befitting the genius of Charon, a lesser clone of Team Rocket. Wow, this guy's really a horrible character. They should have just not put him in the game at all. It's not like we see him that much. Anyway, I'm headed to Veilstone because I want to do a few things here. Well, first, obviously, I'm going to heal my team because Giratina took quite a beating at the hands of that Skuntank. And another thing I want to do, as I hinted to before, is I'm going to add Tropius in my party because I need strength to go through Stark Mountain, so I'm going to need my second HM Slave for that. And I'm going to give Dialga the axe because Stark Mountain is chock full of ground types, which Dialga is weak to, and besides, it's still got that huge level advantage over Zapdos, Cresselia, and Giratina anyway. So, yeah, Dialga's not going to be missing out on too much action. The other reason why I want to go to Veilstone is because, well, we saw one of the Team Galactic factions, sorry, not fashions, at Stark Mountain, and here's the other one that remains here, led by Saturn, and he's pointing out what everyone figured out by now, that Cyrus is a complete hypocrite. Yeah, it's ironic, and yeah, fascinating, more like freaking scary. But either way, Saturn saw the light, and now he doesn't have much of an idea of what to do with Team Galactic. But he's a lot more level-headed than Charon, at least. We should be really looking for new forms of energy, and that's basically what he intends on doing with the remains of this particular faction of Team Galactic. So we have no plans now. Well, as long as they don't, as long as you're not out to destroy the universe, you know, you're cool. You're not doing much to harm people, so yeah, so that's the Team Galactic situation as it stands now. And, you know, that scene with Mars and Jupiter at Stark Mountain, from what I understand, in the Japanese version, they're basically depicted as total Cyrus fangirls. They joined Team Galactic solely because of Cyrus's charisma, even though he looks, well, at least you can't trust looks, you know, but he's got those empty eyes, that expressionless face. How could a guy like him be that charismatic? I don't know, but whatever. We're not here to talk about that, so yeah, now that I have my Tropius in hand, we can head into Stark Mountain, because, well, before I couldn't have gone very far in, because the first room is chock full of strength boulder puzzles. And, okay, those Gravelers are doing double edge now, which is a bit more acceptable than Earthquake on a Zapdos that switches into a Cresselia. But still, is that good news or bad news? Obviously, that's bad news for me because I'm taking damage, but I guess, you know, it's a bit more challenging that way when the AI is actually intelligent. But, whatever, enough of that. You were probably aware that IGN had a contest to determine the most popular Pokemon. Basically, what they did was that there were those randomly generated one-on-one matches, and you were asked to pick your favorite, and after that, they took all the results from all those matches, and, well, well, if you followed that contest, I know I didn't because I got a tip from someone else through a private message, but it's IGN. Take a wild freaking guess who won. Come on, take a guess. And as I always say, you have 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. You have no idea? Let me give you a few clues. Big, orange, overrated. No, not camera. I said overrated. Ah, that's more like it. Yep, Charizard won. Why? What the hell do people see in Charizard? It's not that cool, it's not that strong, it's not that interesting. It's just a glaringly... No thanks, I'm gonna pass up on the Psycho cut because I already have Psychic. That would be a serious downgrade. But yeah, what's the big freaking deal with Charizard? I honestly don't get it. It's just so glaringly average in everything. Well, no, that's not true. Not everything. There's one thing that puts it apart from the rest. The damage it takes from Stealth Rock, of course. And by the way, did I mention that I like that falling ash effect? Really cool looking, especially since that's Generation 4 and not the visually enhanced Generation 5, but regardless, what I was talking about, yeah, Charizard won that contest, but seriously, was there ever any doubt? It's freaking IGN. We all know the joke. It's been done to death already. Can't spell ignorant without IGN. But the reason why it's said so much is because, well, it's true. Charizard the best Pokemon ever? You mean out of the remaining 648, there's not one that's cooler, stronger, better? Not one? Really? Is the peak achievement of a series that sold more copies than any other video game series in existence, except for Mario, that very, very average Pokemon? No, I don't want to believe that. I simply don't want to believe that the number 2 video game series in history can do nothing better than simply average. Sorry, no, you're not gonna make me buy that. Stupid Hitler Claus playing Zartar noobs. Anyway, we're back into Stark Mountain, and as you can see, lots of strength boulders, so there was no going forward without that Tropius, I'm afraid. And basically, the way this dungeon works is that there are 3 rooms. It sounds short, but trust me, it really isn't. This first room actually is rather short. It's just a lot of strength boulder puzzles that involve, you know, going through stairs and stuff, but nothing too difficult. The second room is by far the largest, and it's one of the largest rooms in the game. I'd say it's about as large as that one room in Victory Road that I spent an endless number of hours in. And it's basically the same thing, too, because you're going around a huge room with a stat trainer that provides you with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Infinite healing, motherfucker! But yeah, the thing about that room is that there are lots of stairs, but also lots of rock climbable walls. And remember how you couldn't use Surf in the room where I was with Marley and her incompetent Arcanine? Well, you can't use Rock Climb there either. You can only use Strength and Rock Smash and stuff like that. None of the HMs that would actually leave him behind. You can't use those. So you really gotta go around the long way. And obviously, I'm gonna be checking out every last corner of this room, as I usually do. So yeah, I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time in that room. However, the good news is that I'm getting a slightly better partner this time around. Because Buck, which is the guy we've already encountered a few times, he's got a Claydol. And the cool thing about Claydol is that it has Levitate. In a dungeon that's full of fire types. Do you know where this is going? Earthquake Frenzy! Yep, that's right. that's the reason why I neglected Giratina so much in the last few videos. It's because I know that this place is a fantastic chance to have Giratina catch up. So, yeah, as you can see, I could send it out right now, but it's going to be getting so much screen time soon that you're going to be sick of it, so I'm going... To be honest, I don't know how much time I'm going to be spending in there, but Giratina might gain quite a few levels, enough to possibly put Cresselia and Zapdos a bit behind afterwards, so I don't want to have to play catch-up as much once I get out of here, especially since once we're done with this trek through Stark Mountain, we're going to be heading back out and back in to head to the third room of Stark Mountain, where I'm actually going to catch Heatran, who is my final team member for this LP. Oh, by the way, just to come back on that whole IGN contest, because there were still a few things that I wanted to talk about it. Well, for each of the top 100 Pokemon, they have a little blurb about that Pokemon, a paragraph or two, and you can tell that those were written by people who have no idea what Pokemon even is. For example, on the blurb about Ninetales, they said that what made Ninetales special was that it could learn ghost moves like Confuse Ray and Will-O-Wisp. That's right, they called Will-O-Wisp a ghost-type move. Not to mention, it's already universal among fire types. So that's nothing! It doesn't make Ninetales special at all. And even if it was Ghost. Oh, well, here's Buck now, who's going to accompany me through this very, very, very large room. Let's team up and go together. Hopefully his Claydol's AI doesn't suck as miserably as Marley's Arcanine. And let's just listen to what he has to say for a second. Okay, so he's the protector of Stark Mountain, or something like that. Not that it says I have to be tough or anything. Okay, not very interesting. My sword. Yeah, not very interesting, as I said. My big brother is one of the Elite Four. Okay, I did not remember that. But, you know what? I don't know which one it is. That could be Lucian, that could be Flint, that could be Aaron. You know, I'm gonna check on Bulbagarden after I'm done recording, and I'll tell you in the movie description which one it actually is. I don't need anyone to tell me in the comments. So, yeah, let's send Giratina in the lead. And just to finish up what I was talking about earlier, it doesn't matter which type non-offensive moves like Will-O-Wisp and Confuse Ray are, because it doesn't change a damn thing anyway. They could have no type, and it wouldn't make a damn difference. And another thing about those little paragraphs they wrote, they actually labeled Lugia as a water type. Now that was a common mistake. Back in 1999, this is 2011, Lugia's existed for 12 years. Everyone by now should know that it's psychic flying. Yeah, you find it in a water cave, so what? It's still fucking psychic flying. Alright, enough complaining for today. I'll see you in a few days.